grade, welcome to Science with Miss Bright. Today we do have a new mystery science investigation. Let's get started. So I do have my envelope that says Mystery Science Investigation. As usual, we do have a note inside and it reads, "Hi scientist, today we're going to make it rain in a jar. Love, the investigator." Before we get started on the investigation, we do have some new vocabulary words. Our first one is water cycle. And the water cycle is a continuous movement and storage of water across the earth in all forms, including liquid, solid, ice, and gas, water vapor. Our next word is precipitation. Precipitation is anything that falls from the clouds, including rain, snow, hail, and sleet. Our next word is evaporation. Evaporation turns liquid water into a gas called water vapor. And our last vocabulary word is condensation. It turns water vapor into a liquid, which forms the clouds. Just to explain a little bit more about the water cycle, what happens is precipitation happens. So water comes from the clouds in the form of rain typically, and that water either soaks into the ground, is collected, or it actually runs off into streams or other large bodies of water. Once that happens, there's a chance for evaporation. Evaporation takes the liquid water and turns it into water vapor, which is a gas. That water vapor then turns into a liquid, which is condensation, that makes the clouds, and then it starts to precipitate all over again. A continuous, unending cycle that happens every single day all around us. So our question for today is, what will happen inside of the jar? So again, what will happen inside of the jar? The materials that we're going to need in today's investigation are 1, a glass jar, 2, a ceramic plate, 3, we're going to need hot water, and then 4, we're going to need 4 ice cubes. So again, we need 1 glass jar, a ceramic plate, hot water, and 4 ice cubes. The next step in the scientific method is to come up with the steps. So step number 1, we're going to fill cup with 2 inches of hot water. Step number 2, we're going to cover the jar, sorry, I should say jar up here, with ceramic plate. Step number 3, we're going to wait 3 minutes. Step number 4, we're going to place 4 ice cubes on top of the plate. And then for step number 5, we're going to simply observe the water cycle happening in the jar. All right, so it's time to start our investigation. So step number 1 says, fill our jar with about 2 inches of hot water. So I do have some hot water here. You can see it smoking a little bit. I'll pour about 2 inches in. Okay, that's our hot water. Now step number 2 says cover the jar with a ceramic plate. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that plate on top. And then it says to wait for about 3 minutes. Okay, step number 4 is place 4 ice cubes on top of the plate. So I do have my ice cubes. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have each of our ice cubes sitting on top. And then step number 5 says to simply observe. So we're just gonna look at it and see what's happening. I know you all cannot see it, but what I can see is lots of condensation on the sides of the jar. And then what's happening is that condensation is turning right back into liquid and coming down as precipitation in the bottle. So it's creating the cycle of the water cycle. There's still the hot water stored up on bottom. That water is then evaporating into making condensation. That condensation is then causing it to precipitate into a liquid and come right back, run right back down the sides of the jar. So I do see the water cycle happening inside of the jar. I just want to thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you take care of yourselves and stay safe. I miss you all so much. Love you. Bye.